welcome to this battlefield terrain tutorial. In this episode we're taking a look here at this Imperial Industrial but also like Chaos Corruption battlefield here. So the theme for this one is like an Imperial war zone, industrial heartland, but it's been tainted by chaos here. So it's that kind of real grimdark, grisly, rusty kind of theme going on with this board. There's a number of stages to build this thing up. I'll show you step by step. We'll start the foundation, work our way through. We'll go through to the final details and finishing touches at the end as well. And as per usual, I'll link out to as many websites and other tutorials because there's a number of things going on here for this board. But the whole aim of this series is to show you how you can set up your own tables and match exactly what you see here on the video. So the first stage is your battle mat. It's going to give you a foundation and colour scheme for the board. It really just sets the backdrop for you. These are mouse mat material battle mats here from Gamemat.eu. This one's 6x4 in size. It's Necropolis is the name for this one. It's nice and quiet for on dice. Figure friendly as well. Your models fall over. It's got a softer surface for them to land on. It rolls out nice and flat. All the mats come with a carry case as well. So if you're setting up terrain at a friend's house or going to a club, you can easily transport the mat with you. The idea is it just rolls out nice and flat. And then you can just place your terrain on top. So they're all a good job. And the great thing about them is they just give you a colour scheme straight away. So with the Necropolis mat, I've seen it in smaller sizes on the website here for Gamemat.eu. If you can't get a hold of this one, similar mats would be Fallout Zone, would match this quite well. You've got Hell on Earth, which is your lava terrain landscape. And there's a brand new one from Gamemat.eu called Imperial Refinery. And the kind of colours on that would match in. But if you can't get hold of this particular mat, then there are a number of options available for you on Gamemat.eu. They also do double-sided mats. You actually get two designs, one on each side, so you really get good value from your single mat. So the main theme for this one is this orangey kind of rusty colours. You've got some darker, strange sort of flesh, blood kind of stuff going on here as well, and then these darker tones running through. So that's your foundational kind of colours. We're looking for rusty, deep red kind of terrain. So we try to reflect that with the other buildings and accessories and so on. So this particular mat is 6x4 in size. So I've marked the edge here with these pipes just to give you the 60 inches across for your regular games of 10th edition. So then for terrain, I'm using the industrial terrain set, which is a great foundational set from Gamemat.eu. It comes in this colour, these colours here, and then I've added some extra colour, some corn red, Avalon sunset, and then some chipping effects being done with this as well. With that industrial terrain set, you get 4 of these. So the other 2 are just over there. You do get the pipes in with that set also. Then you get 4 of these. I've put 2 here, and there's 2 across the other side as well. Also get some boxes and barrels with that set. So that fills about half the table quite nicely. Then use an individual piece. It's called Warp Portal. That's from Gamemat.eu. That's that piece just there. A nice focal central point. And I've just taken that Games Workshop piece of terrain, the Space Marine statue, and just put it in the middle like it's some kind of relic there in the centre of the board. Nice to have like a central theme to your table. And then that fills out the table really well. And then just to bulk it out is some Games Workshop Adeptus Mechanicus terrain, just to create a second level. So you've got like an upstairs and a downstairs to fight across for your games. And it just adds another dimension to your table. So a combination, Gamemat.eu terrain matches in really well with Games Workshop stuff. And you can blend it in even more by using like Games Workshop accessories. There's some Battlefield accessories there just to add to the terrain as well. So all of that combined, I think I can link you a tutorial how to paint this up. So the metal effect that you could see, all the chipping and rust effects, that'll all be covered in that video. That should also be able to show you the propaganda posters that you can, how to go about doing those. But it's worth making a bit of effort with the terrain, just to add in some colours and to chip it up and add some extra effects to it, because you're going to play a lot of games over your terrain. It's really worth making the effort with it. So then that bulks out the table, fills it out nicely for us. Then for accessories, just to add even more character to the table. So I've got my chain link fences across here. So I've made these into individual pieces. These are scratch built. There is a tutorial for this on the channel. It's been in high demand. A lot of people have been asking about it over the years. So I've created a tutorial, guides you through how to make your own barbed wire fences. And then I've done a long version, a shorter one, just made like a little area across here just to really give that industrial kind of theme. Using the same process, you can make walkways like this, which are great for spanning across gaps. Really love these. Whatever tables we're using, we put these out. And then again, using the same process, you can create these propaganda posters as well. Same materials, same painting process. In that tutorial, I'll show you all three. So if you want accessories for your games, ones that you can use over and over and over again, and you can use them on different table types. So if you're fighting in the desert or in a city or whatever it is, you can use those walkways, posters, and fences. No problem. So I'll link that in the video description below. So it really is a combination of things. Then to add even more interest and really give the 40k theme to your board, you can add on burnt out wrecks. So there's my Land Raider, which I use in games for Blood Angels. We're going to play a different battle here. I think I've used the Imperial Fists on this board, so I've borrowed the Blood Angels Land Raider. There's also a Razorback across here, just burnt out, and it just really just creates a 40k theme for you on your board. Simply just parked it up and put some stones on scatter on top, and you can see the burning wreck markers. Again, I've made a tutorial for those. They're very easy to make, and once you have them, you can use them for whatever games you're playing. Use it for your terrain. No problem at all. So there's a link for that in the video description below as well. Now I'll guide you through the process for creating the burning wreck markers. If I'll take this one out here so you can see. It's that flame kind of effect. And you just plant that on your wreck, like so. Then finishing touches, stones and scatter. I've actually sprayed these stones from the beach, and I've sprayed them like brown, dark brown, black, bit of red. I'd put them in a tray and just sprayed them up, and then shake them around, rotate them over, and then just get different color tones going on with these stones. And that just really helps to blend the terrain in. So instead of just terrain placed on the board, a few stones and scatter, not too much, just in little patches, and then tied it up a little bit and just tucked in, and it just blends your terrain into the board for you. In amongst those stones are accessories like spare guns, like there's a las gun here, great effect, just leave things like that scattered around the board. There's little pieces of terrain you can see just there as well, just spare bits, broken pieces from vehicles, a bit of a smashed rhino hatch just there. You can just leave those things scattered around the table for more effect. And then the final one, which is going to add even more personality to your boards, is casualties. So there's a dead Terminator across there, for example. And then there's this new set I've just painted up in the last few days. It's these Imperial casualties. So I'll link those in the video description below. They're from Longbow BB Gaming, and they're 3D printed. You get a set of 20, and they really are great to scatter around the board. There's one there. You can see some others if I just zoom in. You can see them just over there. I mean, just the effect of that, just the personality of it's fantastic. So they're scattered around the board. There's one across here, one here. They're 3D printed. They're exceptionally good quality. I just sprayed them up, painted them up very quickly indeed. So they are. So they're just really good for adding personality to tables and to create that kind of war zone effect here, sort of grimdark effect. Also used accessory from the Space Hulk set as well, Fallen Blood Angels Terminator. So that's the board. It's a combination of things here. Nice grimdark, it's Imperial industrial, but also like with the taint of chaos, as you can see here with this battle mat. So I tried to replicate that here in this board. So you've got slain casualties all across the table. That really helps to add to the effect as well. Check out the links to the video description below. That'll be for the mats, the terrain, the tutorials that I've done, and you can copy this board and the tutorials entirely if you wish, or you can take elements from it and incorporate them into your own tables for your games of 40k. But as per usual, we'll fade out here with some music just to capture the flavour of this chaotic industrial board. Thanks for watching. Keep a lookout for more videos in this series. Tune in next time.